Disclaimer, the words you're about to hear are the very own words in script of Drone Throne. I, Murphy, am simply a humble voice actor, and the following do not necessarily represent my own thoughts and opinions. Hey there viewer, it's Murphy and I'm finally back to hosting again. The last couple of theories were hosted by Barrow the Drone, who is a drone AI, whose voice is not fully completed, which is why she sounds so robotic. Anyways, the Murder Drones community is probably one of the most problematic fandoms in indie animation, and really has a lot of competition, hate, and toxicity. Which is kind of sad if you think about it, since indie animation I once saw as a way to unite the community against corporations who cancel shows for arbitrary reasons and just overall treat animation like garbage. But as of late, I've sort of noticed just how awful this community can be at times. Now, the grand majority of Murder Drones fans are nice people like many of you who watch these videos. However, some can be very rude, immature, and defensive when it comes to different opinions. First example I think is good to mention is that of the Nusi shippers. Even shippers in general tend to be toxic, to be honest, but let's use Nusi shippers as an example. For people with alternative opinions such as liking Envy more or others, some Nusi shippers will defend their ship until the very end. Defending your opinion is fine, but when it turns into hatred and anger towards others who think differently is not only immature, but sort of silly, since at the end of the day, it's a cartoon and the outcome of Nusi or Envy isn't even in our control. Shipping wars is a very real thing in this community, and should be taken seriously. I warned Drone Throne not to annoy the Nusi shippers with his Nusi isn't canon video, and lo and behold, the channel appeared on the r/murderdrone subreddit, where many were not as kind as I hoped for, and that's when it hit me. Is this fandom overall toxic? Again, that doesn't mean everyone is rude or mean, but it feels like a good amount of fans in this community essentially go to war for their opinions. When it's respectfully defended, that I can support and can respect, but when it's done out of anger with no evidence to support your counter argument, it makes your argument that much weaker. Some examples of arguments in this community is the debate of the ages of the drones, more so with the context of dating, and oh boy, let's talk about this. So a common argument from non-Nusi shippers such as Envy shippers will shame the Nusi shippers and will accuse them of liking cupcakes, for a lack of a better term, saying that And is really a grown adult and Uzi is a minor, so therefore all Nusi shippers really like cupcakes and should be arrested, with some of the people on this side of the argument attempting to make a petition to change And's name to serial designation N445. But with all seriousness, not only is this point incorrect, that's also a very big accusation and essentially makes up these rumors about Nusi shippers so that their ship is favored. And you guys thought that shipping wars never get heated. Here's the thing about the ages of the drones. All their ages are still unknown, so any claims of N being a full-grown adult or Uzi being a teenage minor is all just speculation and has not been confirmed by Liam or anyone at Glitch, and feels more like a convenient way to put down the Nusi shippers. While Uzi's age is not confirmed, she is presumed by many to be 18+, since we see her fellow classmates missing posters range between the ages of 18, 19, and 20. No 17 under the ages are shown on these posters, meaning Uzi may be in a similar age range. As for N, he could very well be a kid, but we really don't know. Some point out the line when N tells V that Uzi is a kid just like them. However, I don't think N is being literal in this scene and may be hyperbole in this scene. And he may just be saying that she's innocent as a child and how she is as harmless as one, but it's hard to say. But even if they're just robots, we really don't know how they age and if they follow the same rules as humans. Maybe their age is slower, and that's why 19-year-old drones would be considered kids, but that sounds like a pretty big stretch. Regardless, I don't think Glitch would make a cupcake kind of relationship in the show. So it's unlikely that's what's going on here, but the age debate on not only Nusi but all the drone characters rages and brings out the worst in some fans. The sheer divide in the community is honestly quite surprising. Aren't we all on the same team here? However, it's ultimately pretty sad. Let's use Drone Throne as an example. When he started making Murder Drones videos, they were not very good. They clickbaited and sort of misled, whether intentionally or otherwise, as well as theories themselves were sort of baseless with no real evidence backing it, and Drone Throne has said this was a lack of experience in producing theorizing videos, but since this, his videos have gotten a lot better. Not flawless, but yeah, they're watchable, no more or less, mostly because he's taken more time to learn the show and also to hire an editor so that he has more time to write and look over the script. Since before the editor was hired, Drone Throne did everything himself. The writing, the recording, the editing, the thumbnail design, it was simply too much on one man, and the content suffered greatly because of it. And while he is uploading 5 videos a week, he wrote scripts in advance to keep up with the schedule. And with him not editing anymore, he can also focus on other aspects of the channel, including overall quality. Now, we have to talk about him Thanos snapping away the Discord server, as he has done it 3 times and is now on the 4th. While the first 2 were deleted for risk of UTTP, the 3rd was deleted to restart, and he says that if he ever deletes the 4th one, there will not be any more after this. It's funny that Drone Throne as a whole has become pretty much a meme at this point in the fandom, as he's appeared on r/murderdrones and his name dropped a lot in the 98.7 Discord server. I think 3 were positive at least, I hope. But Drone Throne is just going to continue moving forward on this channel, and the editor and I are here to help him keep up with his schedule. But in terms of the fandom as a whole, the content creator side is still very competitive. Drone Throne is a magnet for trouble, but I feel as though Murder Drones fans aren't unique in this case, as there are many other fandoms that are arguably even worse. And let's be honest, Digital Circus and Has-Been fans make Murder Drones fans look harmless as air. However, I really feel as the controversy in the fandom ultimately makes the show that much more noticed and popular. Whether you like this or not, controversy as a whole does cause a brand's name to spread further than it would otherwise. Again, let's use Drone Throne as an example. I'm sure a lot of people would never know of this guy's existence, nor about him, negative or positive, if he didn't cause a stir in the fanbase, even when he's actively not trying to. However, at the end of the day, many fandoms tend to be quite rough, and this is just another example, but the sheer amount of division in the fandom is extremely prevalent, and I'm sure Drone Throne learned this lesson. For the love of the Solver, do not mess with Nusi shippers. They are actually built different. I warned him not to make the Nusi canon video, and he didn't listen. Now Drone Throne is gonna get kidnapped and treated the same way he treated the plushies. Let us know in the comments what you think of the fandom. Buy some merch, link in the description, and check me out at Cake the Third at YouTube.